Now, we're in the middle of Shah Yerushalayim. Let's go. Ha'adam yesh lo shnei adonim. Okay? A person can have two masters. Okay? Uva moisei nasa chavshi mehem. And when he dies, he becomes free from them. Shenema. Kotoin v'godol shomhu ve'eved chavshi ma'adonim. Shnei adonim. What are these two masters that we are discussing that a person has? Heim. Ruach v'nefesh. Ruach and nefesh. Let's see. שהם חוישים בתענוגים ולהרבס מומים ולאחו ולשתו וסלמך ולעשו כמחשוב וסלב ומראה אין עבודה בדיבי הבל הנף הגוף. In other words, what are they? This is a person that wants to do whatever he wants. He wants to eat what he wants. He wants to drink what he wants. He wants to do whatever he wants. He wants to look whatever he wants. He wants to say whatever he wants. All the hanaz and the tanuge haguf, right? The pleasures of the body. That's what he wants. The hanashama comes along your neshama. Switches around the machshava va'imeris and says, Machshava ze la'odom. Why is it worth it for you to do that, Ness? What are you going to gain from it? You're going to eat whatever you want. You're going to say whatever you want. You're going to look whatever you want. What lemaisa, b'soif kol dov, are you going to gain from it? I don't know how many guys were here for Shalashidas, but this week Shalashidas we spoke about the idea of Esav saying, Mochali Hayoim. Everything's about today. Esav's Yiddishkeit was about today. Let me enjoy today and forget about what will be tomorrow. Can't be that way. Yiddishkeit doesn't work that way. Yaakov Avinu explained to him, no, that's not the Yiddishkeit that we're in. The Yiddishkeit when we do care about tomorrow. Somebody asked me recently, is he meant to be upset with his past? If he had a history, if he had a past, is he meant to be upset from his past? It's a great question, right? Is a person meant to be upset from his past? So obviously we really believe that the Rebbeinu Shalom put us in every situation so that we will grow from it. Of course we're meant to regret the bad that we've done and do tshuva, of course. But a person should take his history, his past, whatever he dealt with in previously, and use it as a springboard for the future. Because if you don't, what was the point of it? The reason that we had the past was so that we can have the future. Because without the past that we had, we, ourselves, Rosh and I, every single one of us individually, we would not be able to get to the future that we personally need to get to. Understand what I'm saying? You got what I'm saying, Toby? In other words, the history in the past that we had is important for our future. That's what it's all about. So the Yetzirah comes along and says, just enjoy. Take whatever you want. Enjoy life. Eat, drink, be merry, for tomorrow we may die. The American dream, which is garbage. But that point is, no, that's not what it's all about. Don't just eat, drink, and do whatever you want today, because tomorrow you'll die anyway, so hop around and enjoy whatever you want. No. Of course you have to enjoy the world. The world was here to enjoy. The Rebbeinu created this world that we should have the greatest enjoyment ever. Did you know that? The world is not here that we should suffer and we should restrict ourselves and not eat anything, not drink anything and fast and not... No! We're here to enjoy. If I can't, the Yerushalmi tells us in Kedushin that after 120 years we're going to have to Gedim the Cheshbon that we didn't enjoy the Rebbeinu Shalom's beautiful world. Why didn't you see my beautiful Mount Everest? Why didn't you see all the beautiful things in the world? That's why Yeshiva takes you on great trips. Well, we see the pyramids and we get to see all the wonderful things that we have, right?
Mount Everest?
I don't, no, that's impossible. No one's ever done it. What? Someone's climbed Mount Everest before?
Yeah, every year.
Actually, I thought they only get to like a certain point.
No, they go to the top.
Ah, okay, fine. I don't know if you have to climb. You did already? Oh, you did already. Okay, somebody did it already. Mini trip to Mount Everest.
You know how much it costs?
Listen, if someone's listening wants to sponsor the trip, no problem. Anyway, /donate, basedavid.com. Anyway, let's move on. We'll get to the trips. Don't worry, don't worry. We have good trips. The point is that the Yetzirah gets you, Moti, to do things now. Enjoy your life. Chaparine. But we have to realize, yes, we have to enjoy our lives. But there's a purpose to our lives. What are we going to gain? You want to eat a good steak? You want to eat a good steak? Eat a good steak, no problem. But why are you eating the good steak? You know why? Because you've got night seder tonight and you want a good koichas and you want to come into night seder with a bren, with a geschmack, with enthusiasm, and you know that if you stop for a few minutes, have a good steak, you'll be able to have that. That's beautiful. Use everything in this world as a springboard for avodas Hashem. That's what he says, that the neshama comes along and switches all your machshavas, your thoughts, and says, machshavas ela odom. What's it worth it to you? In one moment you can die. And in that moment, all the pleasures that you have are worth nothing. They're gone. The only thing that lasts and that you take with you is your maisim tovim, your mitzvahs, your Torah, your chesed, your b'ed adam lechaveiro, whatever you do to massacre yourself, to fix yourself up, that's worth something. But all the pleasures that you have in this world, and again, we're not saying don't have a pleasurable life and a fun life and a gishmak life. Avada, we believe very much of having fun. But as a way of serving Hashem, it's a chelik of avodas Hashem. When you die and they lower you down into that little hole in the ground, 6 feet under, where's the stake? Where's that roller coaster? Where's the jumping out of a plane? Where's that thrill? It's all gone. It's nothing. It's a fleeting moment. I'm not saying don't do any of these things. I don't know about jumping out of a plane. I don't know anything about that. With permission from your parents outside yeshiva time, you can do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, the point is, realize that everything you have in this world is a way of getting closer to Hashem. If you remember, we once spoke on the trip. We were going on a 2-day trip, I think it was, and I gave halacha shir, and we started off saying that the avodah here is not to be in the base medrash, but it's also avodah of serving Hashem. Everything we do in the world is avodah of getting closer to Hashem. Sometimes you do it in the base medrash, sometimes you do it in shul, sometimes you do it, in the swimming pool, sometimes you do it on the street. It doesn't make a difference. It's all avodah Hashem, and we're here in this world in order to do that. We're not here to sit in the base medrash 24 hours a day for the rest of our lives. Not everyone is zoichet to that, and even those that are zoichet to that, I don't know how many think about the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's a different story altogether. The point is that everything we do is avodah Hashem, and the problem is that we have 2 adonim. That's what he's saying. Im kain, if that's the case, ein tov ela la'avod HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'davka v'lasses rocha b'leiv shalom b'nefesh chavetza. The only tov we have, lashon of the Orach Chaim HaKadosh, right? Ein tov ela Torah. The only tov that we have is to serve the Rebbeinu Shalom, to cling to him and do what he wants with a leiv shalom and with a nefesh that wants. Ze oimer b'koi v'ze oimer b'koi. A nefesh v'ruach miskabim as techolosh and hashama ve'ein lo koyach lamoid b'fneim. You'll have no koyach to stand up in front of them. Al kain hamisase b'achile v'shtiya le'yechem lo'olam. However many steaks you eat will not make you into a cleverer person. That's the metzias. You might be full for a few minutes, but then you'll be hungry an hour or two later. That's what, like every taiva. It fulfills you for a few moments, and then you're hungry a bit later for that taiva, or whatever it may be. Whereas, when a person is oisik in his neshama, he's oisik in things that have yiras Hashem, that's the shah that we're dealing with, yiras shamayim, ukisha ha-neshama miskaberes al-ruach. If the neshama overpowers and manages to win over the ruach v'anevesh, then then you'll understand what's really worth it in this world and actually have real worth and real satisfaction. Therefore, the neshama has to weaken the ruach. That's where anger comes from. That's where gaiva comes from. And the nefesh is the baal, is the owner of the taiva that we have. When the neshama is able to be misgaber, to overpower with chokhmah, then a person gets to real anova, he gets to real humility, and he realizes why he's on this world, what's the purpose on this world, and what can he do while he is on this world to be able to get closer and closer to the goal of the reality of why he was sent down into this world. And after all, that's what makes, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about trying to become a better person, getting closer to Hashem. Okay, we'll continue a bit more tomorrow.